Can you believe it's December already? I know! I usually go home for the holidays, but this year I'm hosting my mom at my house, which should be fun, especially since she's not bringing her desktop PC with her for me to troubleshoot. Got any good family tech support stories for me? I'll read them. Hashtag Dear Veronica, you know the drill. Speaking of families, we have a related question from Twitter user Max Uch. Hi V, I'm a French student that subscribed to Netflix and converted his family. How can I avoid constantly binge watching? First of all, congrats on getting your family onto the Netflix party bus. Binge watching can definitely be a dangerous side effect of this, however. Here are some fast and easy rules for you to follow to make sure everyone stays happy. Number 1, create user profiles for your family members so that your sister's horrible home decorating show obsession doesn't mess with your recommendations. This is vital. 2, designate binge watching times. If you all enjoy a show together, very bad things will happen if one person gets too far along in the binge than others. Terrible, awful things like spoilers. Number 3, be prepared to fall in love with other streaming services too. Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Go, etc. You may find that you don't need that old cable subscription at all anymore. Good luck and watch Master of None. We have a video question, huzzah! This comes to us from Zoe Brings Bacon.
Hi Veronica, I'm a regular traveller to the States and I'm fascinated by the wide variety of accents across the country. So my question to you today is, why are the bad guys in American movies always played by English guys?
Now this is a question I have been wondering about for ages, but it does seem that all the best villains are British. Why is this? To find out, we asked a fancy Hollywood agent. Let's welcome onto the show, Mr. George Ruiz.
Hi Veronica, so what do Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars, Shere Khan from The Jungle Book, and General Zod from Superman all have in common? Well, they're all British and they're all villains. So what is it about the UK accent that makes Hollywood cast British actors as our bad guys? I think Americans read a lot into the UK accent. We tend to read a general level of education and intelligence, sophistication, and even aristocracy that isn't found in our next door neighbor. Plus, I don't think we're over the whole American Revolution thing. So when we hear our UK friends speaking in an elegant British accent, we tend to think they might be secretly building an empire.
Thanks, George! Well, maybe that's why Spectre wasn't so great. Yeah, needed a British villain. Well, you can follow George online on Twitter at George Ruiz. Also, he has a wicked Warhammer 40k podcast called The Eye of Terror. Finally today, we have a question that comes a little bit late, but I think is still definitely applicable. Twitter pal at mdoyle asks, Dear Veronica, Thanksgiving is on the horizon. Is there a Fitbit calories to steps calculator? Now I know Thanksgiving was like last week, but hopefully you've recovered enough to be watching this episode, M. Doyle. So yes, Fitbit uses their own calculations for calories burned, which you can actually see on your tracker. It's a little flame icon followed by a number. But overall, there's no exact step-to-calorie equation. Everyone is different, we all burn calories at a different rate, and that changes based on the amount of activity that we do day by day. Fitbit figures out your BMR, or basal metabolic rate, based on your gender, age, height, and weight. That's how it gives you a calories burned number, but even that can change based on what pedometer or activity tracker you're using. So overall, I use them primarily as a guideline to see how my activity levels are doing. It's a nice kick in the butt to see that if I've only walked 2K steps, I should really be aiming for something more like 10K at least a day. So if you're feeling a little sluggish after all those Thanksgiving sides, try to factor in a few extra walks that week to even yourself out a bit. Well, all that answering and fitness talk has made me a bit hungry, but before I go, make sure you send me in your questions on Twitter using the hashtag DearVeronica. And of course, you can be awesome like Zoe and send me in links to video questions as well. I'll see you next time, everyone. Yeehaw! Ready!
Real straight this time.
Oh.
Wow. No, do that. Do that.
You may find that you don't need that. Twitter pal, I didn't like that. Try to factor in a few extra walks that week to give yourself. Got any good tech support family story? Oh.